Impromptu speech. 3 topics. Back to school. When going back to school, there's pros and cons to what you decide to do. You have to take so many things into considerations. It's not just something you wake up and decide, hey, I'm going back to school today. When I decided to go back to school, the cons outweighed the pros, to be honest with you. I'm a single mother of 6, so finding the time to go back to school was one of my major concerns. I work full-time. That's another thing you need to think about. Is there enough time in your week to work, handle your home life, and be able to handle your homework? You can choose to go online, which is what I chose to do, which works better for my schedule. I don't have the time to be in class with my, at-home children and soccer practice and volleyball and all that good stuff. Taking out student loans is a big risk. You don't know if you're going to get a job at the end of your college years. You don't know. There's no guarantee that there's something out there for the profession that you chose. There's the pros to going back to school are just endless. You're bettering yourself. You're bettering your family. Your education, you can go anywhere with education, whether you go for a specific degree or decide maybe I just want to go for my liberal arts. Even with your liberal arts degree, you can go many places and get a better job. Even though there is no guarantee that you will get a job once you are done, there's a better chance that you're not going to be working at McDonald's the rest of your life. The pay rate, obviously, is going to be better. You can't live off of minimum wage your whole life, especially if you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. Going back to school, it took me a year to decide that I wanted to go back to school, and I made a pros and I made a cons list. My children did not want me to come back to school. That was inevitable. We'd sat down and discussed it as a family. I knew that I wasn't going to have as much time to take them to do the stuff that they wanted to do. I knew I wasn't going to have enough money because my work hours would have to be cut. It's a sacrifice that our whole family has to make, and it's something that you and your family would have to decide together. It's not something you just wake up and say, hey, I'm going to go be a social worker today. It takes time. You have to have courage. If you don't believe in yourself that you're going to be able to do it, you're not going to be able to do it. I personally believe that I can do it. I may not get sleep at night, besides a few hours. I am lucky that I have a job where I can come into work and do my homework. These are all things that you need to think about when going back to school. In the long run, going back to school is inevitably the best choice that anybody could do. I know in the end that this is something that is going to be worth it. And if you want to go back to school, make that pros and cons list. It's only going to better your life. Good luck.